go live.
I want to share the whole. Wait, I just do this. King. Where are you? There you are.
All right, and then I.
There we go. Found it. That's the proper way to do it.
Lion. Okay. Save.
No.
All right, Lion, your image is updated and fixed. We are good to go.
What the fuck is that abomination?
Oh, Zavala.
Yeah, what is that?
That's Zavala Butterbean, a character who will be appearing on my new Monday campaign.
Okay.
He's
a fortress of meat.
Yeah, he's a 6-inch tall fairy that when he rages as a barbarian, he becomes 10 feet tall.
Lol.
So he goes from 6 inches to 10 feet.
Who wouldn't wish that growth?
All right.
Oh,
If you haven't already, please open up the stream. Make sure to smash that like button. Leave a chat for me. Good to see some people in chat already. Leafeon, good to see you here, buddy. Thank you for coming out. Make sure to smash that like button while you're here. All right. We are good to get going in just a second. Twisted, you ready, buddy? You've been silent as always. All right, cool. Just making sure. All right, we're ready to actually get started. Only 8 minutes late today. Happy, buddy? No answer?
I'm pretty sure.
I was talking to you.
Oh.
I was talking. I was like, only 8 minutes late. Yeah, only 8 minutes late. What do you think, buddy? On better track today?
Well, that's yep.
All right. I'm gonna take my.
You know me. I'm
dab.
usually just here doing something in the background while I wait.
Yes, sirree. I'm gonna take my beginning dab as always.
Trying this new Mecha Break game.
Is that one of the ones on Game Pass? Looking at that, I was thinking of maybe playing it myself. Maybe we could stream some of that. That'd be fun. I was looking like it might be fun.
I think it's crossplay.
Yeah, I've got Game Pass on my computer. I've got PC Game Pass. So we can even if it's not crossplay, we can still play together because I've got Xbox on my PC.
What game did you say it was?
What's
Mecha
it?
Break?
Yeah, Mecha Break. It's like it's a new mech game.
Oh yeah, it's
a
new one on Steam too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm usually not a big mech fan, but it actually looked pretty it looked kind of Gundam-y, and I like Gundam, so that was
yes,
like.
That's what it seems so far. Very good.
It's free to play on Steam. Fuck yeah, I'd join for that.
Yeah,
so it's Game Pass.
Yeah, we can give it a shot probably.
It's kind of like it's set up like an online game. Like you get loot crates and shit like that. Because I just did one mission and then you bring back loot crates.
Okay.
The UIs so far have been very, very confusing. Not gonna lie.
I assumed, yeah.
Most mech games, yeah, it's sadly the case.
Nah, we
well,
should.
I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever played the Armored Core series, but Armored Core 5 was fucking great.
Oh yeah, they did great. Nah, we should all play Titanfall 2. Fucking niche old game that's dead because it got released in a horrible time.
Hey, you want to know my favorite mech game? And my favorite mech anime?
Armored Core.
Attack on Titan.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't agree it's a mech anime and a mech game, you're just wrong.
No,
I'm sorry, but you're just wrong. It's that shit is a mech anime and a mech game 100%. Come on! You're seeing what you shouldn't see. No! My Messi has bad! It's what you're not supposed to see! Son of a bitch!
That is just all we saw!
Fuck! My shame! You've seen it! Son of a bitch! You know my shame. You know my horror. Bitch, get your ass over there.
Okay, yeah, Lord.
Okay, we're good. Alright! Let's get started. Alright, as always, when I introduce your character, please introduce yourself. Give a little hello, and...
I've got candy in my mouth. What the fuck? You can't do this to me.
You got candy in your mouth? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Make a recent film.
Let us start the recording. And 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, all you beautiful adventurers of the Orphan Guild, or all you adventurers wandering on out there who happen to find us here on the channel. It is I, the host, the D&D Orphan, back today with another episode of the Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Our group continues their adventure into the wild lands of the Feywilds. Where we left off last session, the group had finally made their way into the actual Feywild from the crossing point at the Wild Beyond Witchlight Carnival. The Witchlight Carnival. Blah, 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 blah. And after entering the Feywild and finding themselves here upon the Queen's Way, one of the players, Lion, would then embark down towards a section of 10-foot tall grass that he saw shambling around. Interested, he would go to investigate, while the rest of the party, Grevin and Kalith, would make their way down the Queen's Way, finding a section where they could crawl down via some giant mushrooms growing off the sides. Having made their way down and landed safely on the ground, Grevin and Kalith would begin to hear some chanting in the distance as some creatures would begin to approach. And while Grevin and Kalith were doing that, Lion met face to face with the newest player of the group, Samuel, a robot similar to Lion in his construct nature, but more cold and emotionless than Lion. The two of them, having a meeting, would give their introductions, and Samuel, finding it opportune and the best outcome to follow, he would allow Lion to lead him towards the rest of the group. But before they would have the opportunity to rejoin the rest of the group, they would begin to careen in the distance as people screamed for help. Lion immediately lunging into action, followed by Samuel, they begin to sprint through the tall grass. Samuel going a little faster than Lion, managing to go out of Lion's sight through the tall grass as Lion continues to chase after Samuel, trying to catch up. And that is where we will pick up today's session. But before we do that, and before we introduce our amazing players, if you haven't already, please make sure to tap that notification bell so you're alerted every single time we upload or go live here on the channel. Make sure to smash that sub button. Join the Orphan Guild if you haven't already. If you're just an adventurer wandering around, you'll have a home here with us, even if you have no parents. And of course, make sure to tap that like button and leave a comment down below about today's episode, your favorite part, a favorite joke, or a character you really enjoy. And with that, let us now begin the escapades and mischief of our players, and introduce those fine people. Starting, of course, with the craziest of all the crew. We have the one, the only, Kareem.
Of Claw and Fang Druid. Well, eventual circle of Claw and Fang.
From there, we have the tumultuous Twisted.
Hi, I'm Twisted. I play Grevin, the Circle of the Shepherd Druid.
And of course, the killer himself, the one, the only, King.
Hello, I'm King. I play Lion, the eventual Way of Mercy monk.
With you, Lion. Lion, as you're sprinting through the tall grass, trying to, make your way towards this hot air balloon careening through the sky, you see Samuel begin to sprint past you, running at such fast paces that he leaves your sight through the tall grass. As you're chasing after him, please make me a dexterity check.
Check a save.
Check.
Okay. Would that apply acrobatics or just dexterity?
I'll allow acrobatics if you would like.
Okay. Let's see how this goes.
Indeed.
Oh, it's the same anyway. It doesn't matter. Doo-doo-doo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You keep a very good pace, following behind Samuel as best as you can, hearing him up ahead of you, but at a certain point, you do lag behind just enough where you begin to no longer hear anything in front of you. And Lion, as you sprint forward, running faster and faster, breaking through the tall grass, finding yourself clearing out of it. You find yourself at a section of an opening right next to a waterway. Looking around, however, you see Samuel is nowhere to be found. Looking around, you do catch the sight of the balloon, just barely as it begins to crash. Looking over to the right, you see it crash into the giant slanted tower sticking out of the ground, wrapped in thorns and ivy.
Okay, he's gonna engage his boots of flying and begin to try to.
As you click your heels and you engage your boots of flying and you begin to soar into the air, you hear mischievous laughter of some kind of older woman as fog begins to seep from the dew of the grass, rising into the air surrounding you. Make me a d20.
Ah, shit. Oh my god. That's a 1.
Are you see? I literally was like, I wonder what's gonna happen. We'll have to see how the dice rolls go.
I felt it. I felt it in my soul. That's why I was asking.
It couldn't have gone any worse. Not good of it. Fucking
Well, I'm trying to have the damn
one, a natural fucking one. All right.
The dice gods have spoken. Your character now perishes.
Lion, as the fog surrounds you, as you are enveloped and cannot see, you begin to fly, just trying to head in the direction you thought you were going, soaring straighter. And as you fly, you begin to leave the fog. And as you leave the fog, you find yourself staring at the tower, but you notice something. It seems much farther away. It seems like it's slanting a different direction. Gathering your bearings, looking around, you see something in the distance that you didn't see before. A well. A well that is 60 feet tall, covered in ivy and moss. But looking around, you see no tall grass, as you realize you're not in Kansas anymore.
Okay, buddy. Follow the yellow brick road, then.
Lion, looking around, what do you do?
Can you make a perception check to see if he notices anything besides this well?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. That's +3. $13 total.
13, okay. You see the water of the swamp right now is very, very low. The well is only trickling water, very lightly. And you can see, not too far from you, there is a 10-foot wide stream. You see it on the opposite side of the well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so is it being blocked by why is it only trickling? Is it blocked by something?
Would you
Like
like
the
to go?
stream?
Would you? No, the well is only trickling, not the stream itself. The stream is running normal. It's just a 10-foot wide stream, and you can tell it's running from downhill.
Okay.
Give me just a moment. Sorry, I'm getting a call.
Alrighty.
You're no longer in Kansas. You're in the evil state of Arkansas.
I'm in the state of what's it called? Not Oklahoma. I think it is Arkansas, actually. Kansas.
Yeah, Arkansas. Yeah. Mi- Mi- Mississippi.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, I just got invited to a 4th of July party, which I'll be going to after we get done here. All
Beautiful.
right. So
Blow
anyway,
some shit up.
Lion will go investigate the well, I guess.
okay. Approaching the well, it takes you about a 10-minute walk or hover. Learning though, I assume learning from your mistakes, you don't fly too high into the air, right?
Correct.
Yeah, hovering just above the ground, soaring forward. You make your way to the well rather quickly. As you make your way to the well, I need you to make me a D8.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, actually, sorry. No, incorrect. Incorrect. Never mind. Don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Um,
1 second. You can tell that the well itself is near ancient, almost having fused with the ground itself. As you look at the well, you can see that the water coming from out of it, that's just barely trickling down the sides, is the same gunky swamp water that is underneath your feet as you hover. You see small patches and pools of it all over. And as you get closer and closer to the well, you begin to see things floating around of it. Recognize, at first, to be maybe pixies or fairies. But as you get closer, you realize they are not pixies or fairies, but rather they are will-o'-wisps. As you get closer, they begin to float towards you, speaking in very high-pitched squeak voices. "Who are you?" they ask. "Hello," another says. "Are you a friend?" the third says. There are 3 in total.
Hello. I am no one.
"No one? That's a weird name." "Don't be rude. That's his name." "Nice to meet you, no one," the one in the middle says last. As they kind of float closer to you, kind of inspecting you. "I've never seen anything like you before, no one. You're strange." As the other 2 kind of just begin to whisper in the back.
What has happened here?
The wisp's color dims a bit at the question, more hushed tone. "We drowned here. All because of that witch," one of the ones in the back says. "Yes, that damn witch." All 3 of them agreeing, nodding, like, shaking their, little heads in agreeance. As the one talking to you, the one who's right in front of you, begins to speak again, telling you, "We drowned because of these wells. Originally, they just kept steady water, has been locked away, and the evil ones have taken over. Now they wring rot and mischief, mayhem and catastrophe, causing flash floods and killing innocents at the whim of the hag."
Are you Are your remains within the well?
No. The earth swallowed us whole. The very land ate our bodies. That is correct. My sisters speak true. The third and final one speaks. Our bodies are no more, being eaten by the land itself. Made nourishment for the plants, as we died long, long ago. Now left cursed at this well.
How might I break the curse?
In stopping this mayhem? In ending her rule? And then finally the one in front of you speaks. In bringing Bavlorna to ruin?
I seek to bring no one to ruin, only to bring you 3 peace.
To do so, my friend, you will have to bring someone to ruin, or the person who brings us ruin lives in joy of that ruin. The evil hag, Bavlorna.
So be it. How would I go about nullifying the effects on this area to give you all something much more pleasant to look at?
We are so grateful. Yes, indeed we are, to finally meet someone like you. They continuously speak, sentences broken up between the three of them. As the one in front of you, floating right next to you, says, "We do not know where she lies, though we do know where you must begin, and that is at the tower. But if you truly wish to save us, it will be a dangerous road ahead." And as all three of them continue to speak in their broken sentences, they begin to fly around your head, circling above you, as they grant you...
I'll go ahead.
As they grant you a boon. So, you gain a magic boon. It recharges after every long rest.
Okay.
At any number, and add it to any ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Sweet. So I basically got blessed.
Yep, and it recharges every long rest. You can only use it once every 24 hours, though.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Well,
And as
I
they
was gonna
as they bless you, floating above your head, chanting a hymn, a song, something of the Feywild language, you feel the magic flow into you and bless you. They seem tired, weary, as the one who is speaking to you, floating next to you, looks to you again and says, "That is all we can offer for now, but if you meet one of our brethren, fellow souls lost within the wells throughout hither, please show them the same kindness, and they may grant your friends gifts as well." And as they say this, they don't die, but they begin to rest upon the edge of the well, falling into slumber.
Can I see the tower?
Yes, you can see the tower.
Okay. Lion will begin to head towards the tower then.
All right. And as you begin to head towards the tower, we cut back to Grevin and Calith. Grevin and Calith, the last thing you guys had encountered. As you were dusting yourselves off, cleaning yourself from the mushroom chunks and grime that stuck to you on your way down, you begin to hear something. A group of creatures in the distance chanting. As you quickly snap to attention, looking around, you locate You identify the direction in which the noise is coming from. You hear it coming from from the north side of you. As you quickly both turn around, you begin to hear words chanted. With sticks and stones we'll break your nose. We'll beat you blind and steal your clothes. But none among us can compare to one Willie Swift and stand-up hare. He's scarf that's glorious, thief notorious. His deeds are truly meritorious. With a wink and grin, he'll show his cunning. A flash of his scarf, long scarf trailing. Grasping, grailing, you'll end up flailing. You'll pout, you'll moan, you'll huff, you'll sneer. Thanks to Adong Longscarf, Brigade Prince of Prismeer. And as they finish the chant, you see them marching up through the area, coming face to face with you as they look to you and they take their axes in their hands and point them to you. And they stand there.
How far away are they right now?
They're about 20 feet. 30 feet, I'd say.
Okay.
Can I do something when I hear them chanting and coming towards us?
Of course. What would you like to do?
I would like to, what is in my near vicinity? Is there anything that I can kind of like block line of sight?
There are some giant mushrooms right next to you. You could attempt to break one off. But other than that, I mean, you could hide under one of them, you know?
I have a different suggestion.
I just want to break line of sight. That's all I need to do. Is that possible in whatever's area that I'm in?
Give me an acrobatics check to see if you can clamber up one of these mushrooms to hide.
The effects of spider climb.
Ah, you do. Perfect. So yes, I would say with spider climb, you could easily make your way up one of the mushrooms that are right next to you and clamber.
Like I said, I'm just trying to break line of sight quickly, like kind of like step behind something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like because you jump down to the ground because these mushrooms are like acting like ladders essentially and stairs, platforms all the way up the Queen's Way. You have to hop up onto one of here these columns and everything. You kind of like make your way behind one. You get what I mean?
Okay.
These columns.
So as soon as I break a line of sight, I would like to wild shape.
Okay. And while
Feature?
while Grevin does that, Calith, what are you doing?
See, my plan was to turn into a centaur, have him jump on my back, and just run away.
Well, you see Grevin quickly turn, spider climb up a fucking mushroom, and hide behind a wall, and then he begins to wild shape into something.
Isn't that a level 2 feature? Anyway.
Yeah, you're all level 2. You gain a level when you enter the Feywild.
Did you? Oh my god, I forgot you say that.
Yeah, everyone gains a level when you enter the Feywild. You're all level 2 now.
Oh my god, never mind. Fuck yeah. I'll just wild shape here. It's a bonus action, right?
All right. So you quickly begin to wild shape as well?
Yeah, I think I'll wild shape into like it's the start of the day, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll just wild shape into like a cricket.
Okay. You wild shape into a tiny little cricket. All right.
Yeah.
As the two of you
sit in the
quickly wild shape as the group begins to make their way through the tall grass, breaking through. They look around, having expected to find someone, having heard something. You see their long ears twitching, seeing that the group of creatures is in fact a group of hare folk. There are indeed 4. You also see following behind them is a giant snail with a pack upon its back, some kind of mule. But you do see that the snail is hissing at the hares. It seems angry. And then you notice closer that one of the hares holds a chain tied around its neck as he pulls and snags it along angrily. They look around. The group is upset. I really thought I did. My ears were twitching. Someone's around. They're playing a trixies on us. As they begin to look around and make investigations.
Discord sound effect for this.
Please, Grevin and Caliph, make me a stealth check at advantage.
Okay.
As the four of them begin to make their investigation. It's going to be a single, see what they get for their investigation. All right, they have a +0. All right, so you have to beat a 10. What did you guys roll?
14.
14?
22.
22? As you guys begin to blend in with the environment, Grevin, what do you actually wild shape into? I didn't even hear you say what animal.
Tiny little spider.
Little spider? Okay. As you guys wild shape and you begin to blend in with your natural environment, you become near unnoticeable. Caliph, you make a mistake of hopping around, trying to act like a real grasshopper, but realizing you haven't really studied grasshoppers too much, your hops are a little strange, and it almost catches the attention of one of the hairfolk, but he's a little simple, little more of a basic fellow, as he just kind of plays it off, thinking it to be just a strange, maybe the mating season for crickets or something. As they all do a heavy search of the area for about 15 minutes of deep searching before they all regroup back together around the snail, and one of them having a gourd on their side, seeming to be their leader, speaks. Nothing to steal, I guess, fellas. Agdon's not going to be happy, but whatever. Let's see if we can find anyone else. All right, back in formation. As they begin to... Stones will break your nose, will beat you blind and steal your clothes. As they begin to fade into the distance.
So, while I was being a spider, while they were searching, I was just doing the normal spider thing, kind of making like a little bit of a web. Have I caught any flies?
Well, let's roll a d20. Do a public roll too.
I would have just made fucking cricket sounds.
Hey,
so
you managed to catch...
They're walking away. I'll just be sitting there munching on a fly.
All right.
Caliph would have rubbed his legs together. So how unlucky was he? Did he attract an actual cricket? Is he about to break a poor cricket's heart?
Let's find out. I said the DC is 10. Yeah, a cricket comes hopping up to you. Boink, boink, boink. And it's you can see there's like heart eyes in the cricket. And the antennas bend into a heart shape as he begins to raise his cricket arm and playing his other cricket arm against it like a violin. He's like begins to try to serenade you.
I hope he gets stuck in my web so I can eat him.
Oh yeah, Caliph would like slowly jump towards the web.
Are you you start hopping towards the web, and I'm gonna make a perception check at disadvantage because he is madly in love. That's a 7. Yeah, as he just continues to hop following you. As he gets stuck in the web and he begins to flail around, screaming at a high pitched cricket scream. You see him look to you, and like Jack holding on to the edge of the door, he reaches his hand out and he says, "I love you. I'll never let go." And then Grevin, crunch!
go.
Yeah, Grevin fucking kills him, and then his whole body limps and goes cold, just like Jack's from.
Sorry, Jack, there's just no space on the door that has space for 4 people.
Yeah, as he sings,
Sorry.
lifeless, dying. You both earn a negative karma point. Put it down in your notes.
Okay, that's fine.
Negative karma point.
Yeah.
Well, I
You
would have got
both...
like some fucking inspiration for that.
I'll give you both inspiration. I'll give you both a funny dice as well. Take a funny dice as well, both of you. But you're both also getting a bad karma point. That's
Yeah.
for fucking sure.
Law of the it's like a natural law. I'm just acting like a spider.
I know, but you killed the poor man in love. That poor cricket. Yeah.
It's not my fault he didn't see the fucking net.
I just got in my net, my web, and I'm being a spider.
I'm sorry I was driving a car and I ran a guy over. I was doing car things. Oh, and I'm sorry, officer. I didn't mean to lead him into a car. It's not my fault. He was just following me. No, it's not. No, it's not.
That's what he did.
I was just leading him to the web so Caleb could get away, so they could get away. But
Yeah.
but I didn't expect. I'll have
You could have also just wild shape. You could have just canceled your wild shape, and his poor heart would have just been broken, and he would have hopped
They were still
away.
in the area, and you know.
Uh-huh.
They were still in the area.
Uh-huh. Take your negative karma point and shut the fuck up about it.
Been gone for 2 minutes.
feel-
and they've already voted.
I feel like I did nothing wrong here. I just acted like a normal spider.
Nah, we have done nothing wrong. We are sweet little peas.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you guys did nothing wrong.
Oh yeah, that combat we were
Yeah, I
supposed to have.
I
or the
seriously
beat up.
didn't. I just
Yeah.
acted like a spider.
Yeah.
That's all I did.
Hey.
Acting like a cricket almost got me assaulted. What do you mean?
He was serenading you, not attacking you. Cut him some slack.
But
the
the
poor
animal kingdom
cricket some
doesn't really
slack.
have consent, you know?
Okay, let's not get into that.
Not,
Let's not get
I
into that
know.
discussion. Anyway, as you guys definitively hear the brigand exiting far into the distance, you no longer hear their chant. Do you guys exit your wild shape?
Oh, you can probably cover some distance. Crickets can move pretty fast, can't they?
Yeah, they can.
Can I ride the cricket? And we'll just keep traveling in cricket, and because we can stay in this form for what, 2 hours?
An hour.
Well, isn't it equal to our level, or is it half our level?
No, it's half level.
Oh, gotcha. So yeah, we can just travel like this. I'll ride the cricket, and we'll just travel.
45 minutes, yeah.
And also, DM, just as a side note, Krovax would have been keeping an eye on our monk companion, Lion.
Yeah, Krovax. Your bird reports back to you. I don't know what the fuck happened, but I saw a cloud form around him. Then the cloud disappeared. He was gone.
Rich.
Oops.
Dude is just kind of parrot ass sound. All right,
Okay,
so as you guys
for a while as thus far, we've split the party, killed a poor innocent cricket, avoided combat.
Why too?
Or
You
getting
could
knocked down.
have avoided combat by threatening those guys fucking so easily. They're
Yeah,
they're pussies.
but this was funnier, and you know he.
I like this better.
Grevin had already left because I was planning on just turning into a centaur and just running with my fucking 80 feet of round movement.
Well, it's probably at this point anyway that you guys begin to hear the screaming in the distance. Ah! As a hot air balloon goes careening into the tower. I don't know if you guys can even really see it though, because you're tiny little cricket, you're little bugs. Can you guys even see above the grass?
I have Krovax.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Krovax.
If I'm riding the cricket, I can actually use Krovax's eyes.
Yeah. Well, you
No,
see.
The more important question is, how much ground have we covered in the 45 minutes?
What do you mean 45 minutes?
We have an hour of wild shape.
Yes,
How long will it take us to get there?
of going, chasing after the hot air balloon. Okay, well, how much movement does a cricket have?
I don't know what it has in D&D. I'll check.
Yeah,
Oh, look right now.
Yeah,
A cricket.
It's a type of insect.
Can I
They
ask-
have-
Can I ask? Because I'm curious. Where is Lion on the map?
It has a 40-foot movement speed.
That's the same as a fucking horse.
Hold on.
A
Oh,
cricket,
there's
45 movement speed.
there's not even an actual. Are you looking at the giant ground cricket?
I think it's a cave cricket, small beast.
Yeah, the cave crickets.
And it has an ability for a standing leap. It can long jump 15 feet, and it's
Cave cricket. How much did you say it
I
has?
mean, their movement. Okay, so
yeah, it's
Says-
45 movement speed.
It says 30 feet for me.
Cave cricket.
Yeah, cave cricket. 30 feet speed, 30 feet swim.
That's not what I'm looking at.
let's.
I'm looking
okay,
at the wiki.
Yeah, I'm looking at this.
So-
What I'm looking to do. D&D wiki.
So, let's.
40 feet,
let-
40 feet, 45
look
feet.
at
There's
real
like 4
numbers.
different types of crickets here.
Yeah.
They all have 40 or more.
So, if we use real life statistics, if a cricket were the size of a human, it could jump 50 to. Well, they can jump 50 to 60 times their body length, which isn't a lot. But if we scale that to human size, it's a lot.
I'll just need us send you a screenshot real quick.
Yeah, that works too.
I'll link the one I found. Oh, I've even got Emerson's. Yo.
You got, yeah, you got. There's a bunch of stuff. This little cave
I'm
cricket
immune
has.
to radiant damage. What the fuck?
Radiation.
Radiation. Oh, radiation and radiation sickness. I'm immune to. This is
Oh,
actually
this is for fall. Yeah, no, these are irradiated crickets. These are Fallout. Okay, I found what you're looking at. This is the Fallout D&D wiki. This is no. Yeah, no. No. You will not be getting the Fallout crickets. No, we will be using this one. I'm sending it to you right now. I'm posting it. I'm posting it right now into the chat. This is what we will. No, I found the one you're looking at. That's from Fallout. These are the ones we will be using.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, well, that's still our normal. Okay, so a long jump rules are. Let's check again. So, with a running start.
Yeah, well, 30 feet is still adorable.
Yeah.
You use your
but
action, that's 60 feet.
a cricket has strength
One.
score of 12. So, with a running start of 10 feet.
He doesn't need a running start. He's got standing leap.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, that's without. But if I add a running start of 30 feet and then I jump, then I can jump 32 feet on top of moving 30 feet, which
Wait.
is 62 feet.
But you could also just action dash and go 60 feet, which is, yeah, 2
but this
feet
is
less.
2 feet
but-
farther. Yeah.
Come on!
Jumps, that's for clearing difficult terrain.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. The check is for, for
Okay.
difficult terrain.
If you decide to do the jumping version, it's going to take you within 45 minutes. You'll have gotten, let's see here.
So
How big is this
62 times.
So scale in miles.
60.
Okay, so 10 feet is about 2 miles. I'm just going to go with that. I'm just going to go with that.
600, 2,000, 27,900 feet, which is feet.
All right, it takes you 3 it's a 3 mile travel to get to the slanty tower.
But we get there.
Well, to get the hot air balloon.
The hot air balloon
Which
crashed
in the
into the
slanty
slant.
tower.
It crashed
Yeah.
into the actual tower. All right.
Yeah.
So it's not.
All
It's
right.
not here. It's not this right here.
No.
Yeah,
no.
it's
Well,
that's where it
it
just
was,
yeah,
but
it's
it
not.
crashed.
Yeah.
It crashed into this. It's like on the top spire of this one.
Oh, gotcha.
How many feet in 3 miles? There is 15,840 feet in 3 miles.
I can cover
Um,
almost 6 miles because it's 27,900.
You can go 60 feet every 6 seconds.
I can travel 5.28 miles in 45 minutes as a cricket.
Hold on, I want to make sure of this math because this math it feels weird to me. Hold on. All right, so you can go 6.
So 62 times 10 makes 60 seconds.
Yeah, I was just gonna do times 10 now.
Yeah, which is 620. 620 times 45.
And then times 60.
2,700. Yeah.
Yeah, 20,000.
Times 60.
Because each minute of 60 feet, each minute you can go 600 or whatever. No, 60.
In an
but
hour-
are you
In an hour, you can travel 216,000 feet as a cricket.
blast for 45 minutes? Would that be a con check? Just asking.
Yeah, for sure. You
Normal
definitely.
travel in D&D still covers a lot of ground with 30 feet movement.
Yeah, oh yeah, you can straight blitz people if you try hard enough. But I
You
mean,
can travel for
contact-
8 hours in
Yeah.
D&D before
Yeah.
you need to make con checks.
Yeah, but that's
Some
not
people
that's
do-
not sprint.
How many feet is it to the tower? You said in 3 miles or whatever.
It is 15,840 feet.
So we can even at a regular slow pace, like a regular walking pace, we can almost make it there. So we can just like speed up a little bit and then take our time.
Yeah, that's literally just what we're doing.
Yeah.
But we're just jumping instead.
We'll only do the action dash every like third turn. We'll make it there, no problem.
Why are we not action dash?
Because you have special abilities as cricket too for your standing leap, so it is one.
Yeah.
It is a cricket's natural thing.
Yeah.
All right. As you guys begin to travel, leaping, going through, let's see. I am gonna need Grevin a acrobatics check from you to see if you're able to, because while you do have spider climb as a spider, you are grabbing onto something that is as small as you. It's not an easy.
He can
not-
web himself. He can web himself to it. No.
If he webs himself to you, that's gonna constrict your movement.
Well,
What is
it's
it?
a
You can
back-
do it without constricting
constrict his
it.
movement. It's not like I'm webbing up his legs.
Yeah, but like he needs his wings to add to his jump. Crickets use their wings, their legs, their antenna. Like you're riding on his back, like causing a lot of problems, especially if you're webbing him. So I figured you're like continuously moving around the way because you have to watch out for his wings every time he's traveling.
Do you
Like,
know
just,
how
like, attach a web to him and just kind of glide.
You know how strong spider webs are proportionate to size? He could literally just do a small strand connecting him to my back, and that'll be it.
Just literally hang there and just kind of glide as he jumps.
Well, yeah, but you're gonna get snagged onto stuff.
up,
Like if we're doing the whole realism, you're gonna get snagged onto things as he jumps around. You also have to cover water. There's also the distance of you have to cover.
I didn't even do a realism here. I based it off the stats of D&D that we found.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, that's what I mean. If we're doing the actual numbers and everything.
I've sent the math.
Yeah, no, I've got it too. I'm looking at the same shit. It's ridiculous. Looking at the same math. It's mathing. But regardless of that, like I said, because you're trying to either ride him or you're like connecting to him like via a string. You're getting whipped around like you're on a goddamn.
Or like
that was right up.
I think it's like water. You're on. I don't know if it's. You're like on the back of a boat. Not water skiing.
Oh, I know. what you're
Water
talking about.
skiing. Thank you. Water skiing.
Yeah.
You're essentially
will my spider climb like to my stickiness at least give me advantage on this?
that. Yeah, I will allow dexterity check at advantage. That does make sense.
Spider's dexterity.
So what did you do in D&D?
I just fucking had lunch.
You broke. Not only did you eat a cricket, you ate a cricket who was madly in love.
I don't care about that. I didn't know that. Just like cricket.
Sorry, I should have been a mantis, let him fornicate, and then cut off his head.
That's a 10.
Okay, yeah. This works for a very brief period of time. As he is jumping around, you are being bam. As
They're trying to ride a rodeo bull.
literally, as he just he's just going fucking lightning speed. And by the time you guys make it to the waterway, you have had enough, Grevin. You cannot do any more. As you call out for him to stop as you guys reach the water, and Caleb, you fucking slam on the brakes, seeing him.
Here we go. And as I'm doing this, I'm gonna hold up one of my. I'll just climb on Crovax.
Yeah.
And
I'll
as
signal the cricket to get on Crovax.
And as you climb on Crovax, as you guys are at the waterway, something happens.
So what did you do today? I broke D&D by traveling 5.28 miles as a cricket.
And then, as a spider, riding my fucking my find familiar the rest of the way. I don't know why we didn't think about that in the first place.
Okay. As you climb onto Krovax, suddenly his leg is grabbed. You see something wrapped around it. Something pink, long. As you see from the water, the very edge of the river, something begins to crawl out. 5 mud mephists emerge from the muck.
Methods.
Method. Yeah, is that not what I said? I'm dyslexic as fuck, okay?
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. I'm making
5
sure.
mud frogs! I think they're frogs. They're like
Methods
frogs.
are elementals, no?
They look like
No,
frogs.
methods are elementals. What? No.
They look like frogs.
Alright.
They're made of mud and they look like frogs. They're frog boys. As they begin to come out of the water, the Feywild leg stands strong and firmly in place, keeping it wrapped around. You see the other 4 begin to slowly crawl closer as they stand on their hind legs, and the 4 of them look to you and say, "Hey! We're the frog boys! We're the 4 frogs, and our frog friend back there makes 5. We're the 5 frogs! And you've walked into our territory. And you know what that means? It's time for you to make us lunch. So what's it's gonna be?"
Provax will start making the sound of a baby crying. Using mimicry.
The fucking 4 frogs look at each other. Is your bird a baby? What the fucking shit?
Do they? I'm a spider right now. Like, do they even? Why are they talking to a fucking spider?
Because
No,
they
it's
can
talking
tell.
about animals
Because
communicating.
they can tell that you're not actually animals. Because they while they look like frogs, they are elementals. They're just calling them themselves the 5 frog boys.
Yeah. Okay. So, I have an idea. I'm gonna turn into a frog.
Okay. You wild shape from a fucking from a cricket into a frog.
Yeah.
Okay. You look like a frog now. Now what? Now what are you
Just
gonna do?
start jumping away. Because I'm a frog.
As the 4 frog boys look to each other and they say, "Ow! I didn't know one of yous was also a frog. Ah, he can go. You 2 though, crow and spider. What's it gonna
No,
be? You either
Before I go.
guess our favorite food or you become our new favorite food. What's the choice?" What was that?
Hold out a cricket leg.
You hold out a cricket leg. You hold out a cricket leg. As they look to it and they say, one of them, the one on the very end, his tongue snaps out and grabs it off of your little spider leg and snaps it back into his mouth and gulps it down and says, "Appreciated, but you still gotta guess our favorite food. So, tick tock."
And persuade these guys. By just before I'm like completely jumping away, I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna say, "You guys know he's also a frog in disguise, right? They're both frogs in disguise."
Hey, how can you speak as a frog?
In 2024,
Yeah, you
you
can
still speak.
Yeah, you can speak as in wild
Okay.
shape.
Wild shape.
I can't speak. What the fuck?
In 2024, you can.
Yeah, the new
I'm not a
20.
2024 druid.
Yeah, so his he can as a druid, while you can't as a druid. So you turn around and you say that they're also frogs in disguise, and the 4 frog boys look at you and they say they say nothing, but they turn to the spider and they say, "Is that true? Are you also a frog? Speak
I
now."
was like, no. I'll just start chittering as like a spider noises. I don't know. Like,
No, I'll say, "Oh no, he's mute. He can't speak."
Why is he making spider noises then?
I don't know. He lost his vocal cords as a frog. He gets them back when he's a spider. I can't explain it.
Wait a second. How did you frogs even turn into stuff that's not frogs? Things aren't adding up here. As the four frog boys, they be
Right. So like, is there one tongue still wrapped around
yes,
Krovax's
because
leg?
the four frog boys are standing up. There's one frog that's still standing. It's not standing. It's on all fours, and its tongue is wrapped around Krovax's leg.
Does a 13 pass? Or
When they-
do I need to use 20 dice?
When they roll an 8, yeah, it does. As the four frogs, as what do you say to them when they say something's not added?
we were originally completely different. We were actual people, but we got cursed by a hag of this land.
What, you twos? Y'all got turned into frogs by the curse too? That's crazy! Oh my god, we're so sorry! Hey, Kenneth, stop that! And he snaps his little frog fingers as the frog in the back. As the frog who was questioning you, Grevin, he turns back to you and he's like, I'm so sorry, frog buddy. I didn't know you guys were turned into frogs too, but you had your vocal cords taken. That's awful, buddy. Not only are you a frog too, but you also can't speak? That's terrible.
I'll like salute him with one of my 8 arms.
All right. Well, it's good to see fellow frog boys around here. Hey, if you ever want to join and make the frog 5 the frog 7, give us a hop. As they begin to turn around and hop back to the water.
Before they go, wait, did you guys also get like the additional part of the curse where if you kiss someone it gets cancelled?
Yeah, we tried that. We've been kissing each other nonstop and it just don't work.
Okay, I'll what? That's weird. We got that, and I'll look up to Grevin, trying to convey with my eyes that he should come down.
I'm on Krovax in a way.
Yeah, I know, but you can command the creature. Just make it fly down. You have a telepathic link.
He's on it already.
Why would I do that? Why would I do that?
Just trust me, dude. Just trust me.
Like, I'm gonna salute the guys and then web myself up to Krovax. Krovax gonna fly over, pick up Caliph, and we're gonna start flying towards the tower.
Yeah.
And I will salute them as we're flying away.
I'll whisper, when we get over to the other side, put us down on the shore and then drop your wild shape. I trust me. I'll pretend to kiss you and drop your wild shape and we'll completely blow their mind.
Nope.
Nope.
We're just gonna keep flying to the.
You see the spider doesn't even break eye contact with the tower.
It was worth that try.
As you guys continue to fly towards the tower. And as you guys do that, we cut back to Lion, who has been walking for quite some time, following the stream, attempting to make his cross the stream. So I assume you just begin to fly and hover over it, right, Lion?
Yes.
All right. And as you fly over the stream, hovering just barely over it, about at the middle, looking down at the water, you see something. The reflection in the water isn't you, but instead, it's roll a d8.
Oh god. With my luck today, it's gonna be a goddamn 2-ask, isn't it?
It's gonna be a 9. Trust, bro.
I'll be crashed. One moment.
Okay.
I don't think I'm back.
Lion
Yeah.
gets so far away from us.
You got teleported.
One.
You got a nat 1 on a roll.
Yes, I did. That's what I was asking earlier in the session. Can I see how far Lion is from everyone else? I know he got yeeted halfway across the map. That's a 1?
An hour ago.
Set a 1.
Yes.
As you look down to the water, in the reflection, what you see is a headless child-sized scarecrow with metal lobster claws for hands. As you look at it, it begins to remove its head, popping it off, dropping it out of distance, and grabbing another one, popping it on. This one, an upside down.
All right, there's no reason for me to fuck with any of that, so I'm just gonna keep on keeping on.
As you look down to it, you begin to keep flying over the water, but as you do, you see the reflection follows you as the creature continues to remove heads, trying on one after another. And then you see the head that he decides on, smiling with a painted on black Sharpie smile, is your own.
Okay, I'm eventually gonna have to fight a crab demon, but Lion's gonna keep on keeping on. He sees no reason to interact with this.
All right. So you continue downstream, following the waterway longer and longer. It takes you quite some time of travel, but never giving up and continuing to fight on and move. You do not stop. You do not cease. As your trip takes you quite some time till you get to the next section of crossing. As I roll a d8.
Another one.
As you get to this section where the water splits, you see coming floating upstream is a large abandoned raft. It's 8 foot square, wooden, and you can tell it's very well made. As it rises up the water flowing against the stream, it crashes into the shore right next to you.
Okay.
As you see the raft, Lion, you hear something in the distance. Make me a perception check.
Okay. $19.
In the distance, Lion, you see clear as day. You hear the sounds. One of the wells, just like the one you'd seen before, it begins to flood water, pouring, gushing out from it. The water begins to rise. You see the stream begins to rise as the raft begins to rise as well.
Okay. How far is the well?
Half a mile.
How far is the tower?
About a full 2 miles. Mile.
And are they
Well is continuing to follow downstream, while going towards the slanty tower at this point, you'd be going left. But looking to the slanty tower, you do see that now that you're closer to it, you are able to recognize that it's about a mile high into the sky. As you continue to make your way towards the well, you said, right?
Yes.
You see the raft continue to flow downstream, following you.
Lion will, as he sees the raft following him, he'll step on the raft.
And as you step onto the raft, the water continuing to rise higher and higher, the raft follows your will almost, guiding it with nothing but your mind. The raft continues to move downstream until you reach the next well, where you see the water continuing to gush higher and higher. It's already risen by about 30 feet.
Okay. Um. Okay. Lion will approach the well.
All right. As you approach the well, you see coming out from its opening are 2 will-o-wisps.
He will sort of wave to them.
As you wave to them, you see these 2 are a little more scarce, a little shyer, as they fly quickly behind the well, peeking out from around its corners, looking at you.
Lion will attempt to use the rising water and his natural dexterity to put on a sort of disarming and enchanting dance performance.
Roll me performance.
Okay. That would be 13 plus 4, 17. Wait a second. 13 plus. Is it 4? Proficiency at level 2 is 1, right?
+2.
So that's 13 plus
Proficiency-
5, 18.
18. As you
Yes.
begin to put on your performance, dancing elegantly and charmingly for them, you see their smiles begin to brew as they begin to come out, venturing from beyond the well closer towards you, as they seem to appreciate your kindness and your dance, as they begin to kind of float around with you, mimicking your movements as they soar through the air.
As he finishes, he bows to them politely like you would a dance partner. Like, thank you for dancing with me. As he speaks, he says, "Hello, I am no one. I seek to help the will of the wisp that reside in these wells. I was hoping you have information."
The 2 of them are very silent, still not speaking too much, but one of them meekly peeps up. If you wish to... The easiest way is to wait till the water rises to its highest, and ride the raft to its door.
I was also informed that you all may have boons. I was separated from my adventuring companions, and
As they look to you, they look to each other, whispering for a brief moment. Then one of them begins to float closer to you, saying, If you truly wish to help us and free us from Bravonia's curse, then we will offer you aid. As the will-o'-the-wisps, the 2 will-o'-wisps begin to hover around your head, attempting to give you magic, but it fails. It doesn't work. As they quickly realize, looking to you, they say, Oh, you've already been gifted magic from one of us. I'm sorry, but only one will-o'-wisp's blessing can reside in someone at once. Ergo, you can only have 1 boon per player.
oh, that's messed up because in character line doesn't know if you'll ever see the guys again. Okay. I'm all right. Lionel just nod affirmatively and he'll say, "Very well. I shall wait in the raft. Would you care to keep me company and listen to tales of a carnival?"
They look excited, very interested and intrigued as they begin to hover around you as you sit upon the raft, continuing just to allow the water to rise higher and higher. As you begin to engage them in tales of your times at the carnival, as the water rises higher and higher. Grevin and Caliph, as you guys fly towards the slanty tower riding upon Krovax, you also see from underneath you the water of the stream rising higher and higher and higher until a point where you've almost reached the tower, and you see that now the water entirely covers this bottom piece of the column, now lying flat with the slanty tower. And as you guys fly closer and closer, finally arriving at the slanty tower, Lion, after a certain point,
we see the hot air balloon. Like, isn't the hot air balloon up here? Isn't that where we're going?
it's crashed into the actual side of the slanty tower. But however, as you actually approach it, you see that now where the hot air balloon had crashed into the tower, it seems nothing is there any longer. It seems as if the tower has magically repaired itself.
You don't see a trace of the hot air balloon at all.
No, now it's as if it's completely gone.
Oh, that's weird. Do my 8 fucking eyes deceive me?
As you guys fly around the tower, trying to find where the hot air balloon crashed, you find nothing at all. Every window tightly locked shut, most of the building wrapped in thorny vines, making it impossible to land anywhere without hurting yourself. And as you fly around, you see something in the distance, slowly floating closer towards the entrance of the slanty tower. As Lion, you were having your conversation with the will-o'-wisps. At a certain point, the water had risen so high that you knew you would be able to enter the tower. Disembarking from them, saying your goodbyes as you would direct the floating raft towards the tower, floating closer and closer over the waterway. As you would look into the air and you'd begin to see something flying around the slanty tower, a bird you would recognize instantly.
Lion would just wave.
Ride upon Krovax with Caliph, you looking down from the bird, you see upon a raft, Lion waving up at you.
Oh. And how long has it been? It's our wild shape's probably just about to run out, so
I just re-wild shaped. I had him another hour.
Well, that wasn't even close to an hour into our wild shape, though.
No, it was at least a quarter in.
Anyway, well, sit down here and revert wild shape.
As you fly down towards the raft, you wild shape back into your normal form.
No. I'm staying in frog form. I have a funny, Caliph will look to Lion and he'll speak, Lion, I have been cursed by a hag. I need a true love's kiss. I need a kiss, not a true love's kiss. I need a kiss so I can break the curse.
You say all of that in character exactly as you just spoke it.
Yes.
As Lion looks to
Reaching
you.
up like a hand to Lion. Like, kiss me.
Looks to you, my good man. We are in the Feywild. Acknowledging a name is extremely dangerous, and as you said before, everyone knows this. Lion's not even going to pay this frog any attention.
As Lion, you look at Grevin and you ask, "Who's the frog?"
Caliph.
I see.
Lion smacks his forehead. Fucking, does no one understand the rules of the Feywild?
Pretty much. He's just like, I don't know who you speak of, Fog, but we have business to attend to within the tower. Let us go. And he just walked towards the door.
Obviously, he doesn't have a mouth right now because he also wiped off the one we made. But
You
can
got
I
tongue?
like hit his head with my
With your
tongue, and then unwild shape when I do that?
Yeah, as you fucking, your tongue shoots out. It smacks him in the back of the head like a little fucking.
I'm tempted to derail this further, but I don't want to do it. And I'm tempted because he's a monk. I want to.
Reflex missiles.
As Lion,
I'm
you just
so on
Lion,
for it.
Lion, you grit your tentacles inside of your faceplate, like gritting teeth, as you just feel the little tink on the back of your head, and then you hear him slowly transforming back into his normal state. You hear him going, "Oh, I've been saved! Oh, the magic curse has been released! The prince's kiss has revived me! I'm saved!" As the raft floats closer and closer towards the slanty tower.
As this requires consent, therefore you should still be cursed.
No,
Now,
the
please never do
The
that
witch
again.
doesn't mention consent.
No, it
Never do
doesn't.
that again, or I will chuck you across this plane.
As you wipe,
Well, if it gets me where I need to go.
as you're wiping off the little bit of sticky tongue goo from the back of your head, Lion, as the platform slanty tower. As you guys reach the very as you reach the slanty tower, you see the crumbling stone tower rising from the swamp, leaning at such an angle that it threatens to kneel over. Black brambles surround the tower, clinging high to its lower half. Hanging from the crenellations of the tower's side to its peak, woven almost like a basket around it. You see the tattered and tangled remains of fabric and rope from banners and cloth all around. Once inhabited, now seems desolate. As you all look to the tower, you see on its slanted platform the black basket.
Is the tower door also covered in vines?
It's the only section that isn't wrapped up and covered.
All right, Lion will move into the tower.
As you get closer and closer, hopping off of the raft onto the actual tower's platform, you come right next to the basket. As you hear from inside the basket, "Psst! Hey, you there! Hey, you! I need your help!"
Yes, who might you be?
"Hey, shh!" As he grabs you by your cloth, make a dex save.
Would that be at advantage or no?
No, just a flat dex save.
Okay.
Surprised with most.
Oh, you're right. He doesn't have any of the gear of the other characters I've been making. All right. Deck save. Come on. 17.
As he goes to grab you, you quickly just kind of like push his hands to the side and kind of dodge out of the way. As his wide eyes are shocked as he quickly slinks back into the basket. "Fucking fine by me. If you want to get yourself killed, be my guest."
Hey,
What is your issue?
you in the basket. Who are you?
Stop.
You are all insane. Do you not know where we are? Get in the basket, please, and be quiet.
Right, insight check him. See if he's.
I don't think I want to do that.
You don't have
Right,
to
insight check him.
You don't have to bother insight. You can hear in his voice he is trembling with fear.
What are you so afraid of?
Do you not know who lives in the thing that we're right next to? Ah, these buffoons. They're gonna get us all killed. Please, just
I think
get
I'm gonna save the people
in the
tower.
basket. Get in the basket. Get in the basket. Please, just get in the basket. Did you see him
No.
duck entirely into the basket, and then he like kind of just disappears?
I'll go in the basket.
All right. As you crawl over into the basket, and you disappear.
I follow.
Lions just like,
I follow everyone in the party. I just wanna completely out of character. It's my birthday.
Happy
oh,
birthday!
happy birthday. That's right. Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday.
brother.
It's just turned over 12 here, so it's officially my birthday.
Hell yeah, bro!
Oh, yeah.
Happy
Congratulations.
birthday! All right.
Sorry to interrupt the session.
No,
Carry
good.
on.
Caleb, you clamber into the basket as well. Lion, you see both of your friends go crawling into the basket.
Lion's gonna enter the tower.
Can I do a ribbit? Can I make a
He's not a
frog
frog
noise?
anymore.
You're
No.
not talking anymore. Yeah,
No,
you
I
chose
have vocal
both.
cords.
Yeah. As you make the ribbit noise as you slowly descend into the basket, Lion, you begin to approach the door. But we cut to Grevin and Caleth. As you enter the basket, it instantly has a TARDIS effect. As you enter it, you begin to walk down these spiral stairs, walking what seems to be way too long. And then suddenly, as you descend a certain part, you see light enveloping you as you reach a very and even a nice little tavern setup, not too far along the wall, with beer and other liquors. As the man, you see him standing next to the fireplace, grabbing his brow, rubbing his eyes in anguish and stress as he pinches his nose. As he turns around, he says, "Ah, thank God, we can talk freely here."
Oh gosh.
Sorry about that, but it seems you are unaware of who resides in that tower next to us. Within there lies someone who directly works for the hag who runs this area.
Which hag would that be?
How the fuck do I pronounce? I always forget how to pronounce it.
Bavlorna.
Bavlorna.
Lorna.
Bavlorna, one of the 3 hags of the Hourglass Coven, and an
Yes,
enemy.
Lorna, bright straw.
Correct.
Yep.
And
You said she lives in this tower?
no, one of her generals, essentially, her minions.
No.
I am Sir Halavar, one of the Summer Queen's loyal servants. I ask that making my escape from the vile Lorna, when you can see the balloon we were flying in was taken a bit by some bad winds.
So hold up. He said he's Talavar and he works for who?
The Summer Queen.
Summer Quarter.
Yeah. Sir Talavar. My pilot, the Honorable Wigglewog, he didn't survive. When I woke up, he was missing and my basket was lying here on this slanted platform. I've been trapped here for a while. I must tell the queen about the fall of Prismere. If you can help me escape this area and get away from the one who resides in the tower, then I might be able to provide some assistance to you.
Oh, what type of assistance?
Well, in the brambles surrounding the door. If you awaken them, they might put the squeeze on you, or worse, devour me. If we can deal with them, maybe I can get out of here without being found, and you can make your way into the tower.
Oh, is there something that we should know? Is there some reason that we should go into the town? She's stolen something of mine, and we know that her house is a cottage. Is a cottage on stilts in the face swamp.
Within the tower lies one of the hag's minions, someone who causes catastrophe and distraught upon these lands. There also is quite a few goodies as well. If we can free the tower from the minions' control, it might be a kind of home base, an HQ, for us to fight against these evil hags who have taken Prismere.
Or at Galith.
Yeah, what? Sorry.
Looking over at you, looking for your input on what he's saying. You guys hear me? Like, am I cutting out?
No, I'm just taking it slow.
Nothing to hear.
I don't see an issue working with the Summer Queen.
I think it'd be a good idea to try and free the tower from this creature.
Why not?
Well, what do you, Sir Talavar? What would you have us do?
To start, we must take out the guard snakes. From there, we must simply enter the tower, make our way to the top, avoiding a few traps and puzzles, and then we must vanquish, or imprison, the one who controls it. From there, we can then hopefully make our way to the Telemy Hill.
Our friend outside right now. Like he might get himself into trouble.
You have a friend outside? Oh no, he might awaken the guard snakes! And then we cut back to Lion. As we cut back to Lion, you begin to approach the door, walking past the basket.
Did you check DMs?
Yes, I checked the DMs. How are you approaching? Please roleplay.
So Lion will silently, as soon as he's by the basket and gets not to make any sound, and he will very silently proceed towards the door.
As you approach the door, please roll me a stealth check.
Okay. Do I get advantage for eliminating my footsteps? Okay, good. Alright. Come on. 21.
All right. Let's see what they roll against that. Oh, I'm sorry, King. It's a good thing you're not playing Donovan with your goddamn silvery barbs. I got a nat 20.
What?
The only way you can beat a nat 20 is if you also nat 20 and have a higher modifier. But even with their modifier to the nat 20, it's a 26.
Oh, yeah, they got me. I was going to use the blessed thing if possible. Oh.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
as you approach, unaware, flying closer and closer to the door, you approach the brambles thick surrounding it out at you. Giant constrictor snakes hiding in the brambles leap towards you. And as you are grabbed by them, they coil around you and begin to squeeze.
Can I not make a deck save as they attempt to coil me?
Yeah, actually, yes, deck save. Yes, go ahead, do deck save now.
Okay. 19.
All right.
Yes, let me go.
19 versus a natural 1. Natural 20
Yeah.
and natural 1. Towards you, you manage to fly backwards, but nonetheless, they have been now alerted as they begin to shake their tails, slithering and hissing at you, standing in front of the door. Not standing, coiled up in front of the door.
Yeah. Hello. Would you all happen to speak common? That Lion says in like an awkward wave.
You see them turn to each other hissing as they look back to you, and they continue to hiss. One of them begins to kind of slither a little bit closer, like snapping at you.
So no. Would you happen to speak Goblin?
You switch to gobbledygook, and the hisses of confusion intensify.
I know what you speak. And he'll speak the language of the Feywild, Sylvan. They gotta speak Sylvan.
They continue to hiss, and then one of them says, in the only words of common they will ever speak, "Is this sky stupid? We're fucking animals."
Yo, they're fucking. Yo.
Oh,
I didn't sign up for zoophilia.
Yeah, I take the funny dice before you do.
I didn't consent to that. What do you mean?
I was literally gonna say Zarek's is here. Yeah,
I didn't have an inkling of chance to stop that.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, Lion will switch to animal handling then and just attempt to communicate with them.
Do you start doing a dance? Do you start trying to snake charm them?
Yeah, why not?
You remember to your time in the carnival that one time when you guys went to a desert land, they hired a snake performer who did these dances that would charm the snake.
Should have learned the fucking flute.
It's actually no, the flute actually doesn't do anything. It's the body movements of the person.
I know.
Wait, if I know the body made 17 plus 5. Yes, because that's his dexterity, so that's 5, yeah. So that's 22.
All right. Around dancing effortlessly. You see the snakes begin to follow your movements as they begin to mimic your body language. As you see them begin to coil up and almost become hypnotized. And as you're doing this, you hear Caliph and Grevin coming from the basket up from behind, discussing what they had just talked about with Sir Talavar. As you two exit the basket, you look over to see Lion dancing, performing, having charmed 2 giant snakes that are currently following and mimicking his body movements.
Yeah.
What do you two do?
The dangerous snakes you were talking about?
You see Talavar is like his jaw hanging from his face, eyes wide. I didn't know you could do that.
We come from the
I'll say-
carnival. We've been around.
In beast speech, I'll say hi to the snakes.
As you speak to the animals, you hear them respond, "We're..."
Should we go in then? I'll look over at everybody else there, Calvar and Caleb.
I guess. Shit.
Walk in the door.
And as you guys walk into the door, as Lion continues to charm the snakes, that is where we will end today's session. Once again,
I was gonna ask if I could sneak in one last thing of Lion, like sort of easing them out of the dance and following behind the rest of the party.
we're gonna pick up. Yeah, that we'll pick up right here
Okay.
with the role play. So yeah. So with that, as always, I hope all of you beautiful adventurers at home have enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please make sure to tap that notification bell, smash that sub button, and hit that like button and leave a comment down below. I've been your host, the D&D Orphan, signing off to all of you beautiful adventurers, and I will see you in the next episode. Say goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
All right, now let's do pros and cons, and then we'll get out of here.
Just say, Kareem, I didn't realize how shitty the fucking 2024 Druid was. I just fucking read up on it.
Yeah, you only
Like,
you get 6 wild shapes total.
No, you have to prepare your wild shapes too. You only get 4 wild shapes that you have to prepare. So you have to choose 4 different creatures.
You
Those
get
are the only 4 you can turn into.
No, you get 6 total. You max out at 6.
Yeah, but I mean,
The-
like
The
at his
thing
current level,
about
like
that
he only
is
gets
a
4
lot
choices
of
of wild shape.
a lot of people choose to ignore that, and you can get up to 8 total at level 8.
Oh, it's 8,
A
not
lot
6,
of
but yeah.
a lot of DMs allow you to ignore that because that makes no fucking sense.
I do enforce it because it's the trade-off. You get to speak as an animal now, you get better stuff as a druid, but the trade-off is you get less wild shape choices.
So
Yeah.
like
That's why I have
basically
to
you're-
keep it
you
fair
have
for
a
old
cricket, a
players.
frog. You have a cricket, a frog, and what else did you pick?
I didn't pick others. I'm gonna be real. I now have a cricket, a frog, and I'll think of the 2 others.
All right,
Because that like
perfect.
really sucks. And not only that too, but I noticed like you don't even keep
I-
your own HP.
I do allow when you level up and your wild shape list increases, you can change out what you previously chose. But that's the only
can't you
time.
like prepare? Can't you change your preparations?
Is it?
But I
No,
saw something about
I
that.
don't think it. I think it's.
Like
it's
almost
not,
like preparing spells, isn't it?
I don't think it's like a short rest preparation. No, I think it's a list that
I
you,
can, when I finish a long rest, I can replace one of my known forms with another.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
I'll
not-
just
It's like-
have
it's like
to
preparing
make
spells
sure
almost.
that I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there is a
But not
change.
only that, what is it? I was looking because like when I wild shape as my 5e druid or whatever, I get the HP of the creature and I drop out of form if that HP goes down. You don't get that. You get like 2 temporary at level 2. You're what? 2 temporary hit points.
Yeah.
And
I
if your
get.
HP
I
drops
get-
down, you're knocked out.
No, I have to go unconscious before my wild shape is broken, or the hour has to pass.
Yeah.
If
Which means you don't get that extra health buffer. That sucks.
I still get temporary hit HP, which is
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, like equal to your level.
And
So that
if
would be
I-
2.
Let's say I chose to swap subclasses to the Circle of the Dragon. The Circle of the Dragon gets your max HP equals get your max HP as temporary HP when you choose a dragon form. I didn't. I chose a different druid.
I just didn't realize they nerfed the druid so hard in 2024.
Yeah.
They nerfed it for no reason.
It's a trade-off. Yeah, it's a trade-off system. So
It's
anyway,
a really bad trade-off.
yeah.
I mean, I still get the strength, con, and dex of that creature though, so it's fine.
Yeah, that's true. That's just the same as 2020 or the 5e1.
All right, but with that, let's go ahead and do our pros and cons, and then I have to go. I have to be gone with Kareem because I know it's the latest for you. Happy birthday, brother! Did you enjoy today's
Thank you.
session?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good, awesome. Anything to mention? Any specific things you want to talk about?
No, I don't think so.
All right,
I enjoyed the roleplay.
perfect. That's all that matters. So thank you for coming out. All right, Twisted, go ahead and take it from here. Pros and cons.
And I enjoyed the session. I enjoyed the little bit of role playing and the fucking eating the cricket. That was pretty fun. Not gonna lie.
You guys both do have that negative karma point written in your notes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yes, I still don't believe I should have one for just doing. I should have like something beneficial for acting like the creature I wild shaped into.
I get you. You got a funny die
We
too,
got a
because it
funny
was
die.
funny,
Yeah.
but it was still evil.
I didn't do anything wrong. I still stand by that. I simply ate a bug that got caught in my web, which is a normal spider thing. I don't think that's a bad karma. Anyway, that's about it.
You are true. If you were just a spider, it wouldn't be as big of a deal. But because you are a sentient creature who understands emotions and love, you would have also recognized that you would
I was
have.
sitting there eating a fly.
Yeah, but you still would have. You would have seen. You would have seen Kareem literally lead him into your web as the guy was giving him
Paying attention.
googly eyes.
I wouldn't have been paying attention to Kareem. I was eating a spider.
Ah, shit. Hold on, I gotta call him. 1 second. they're doing fucking a crawd. They're doing crawdad boil. Ooh, I'm hype. Okay. All right. All right. Well, thank you as always, Twisted. I'm glad you enjoyed the roleplay. I'm glad you enjoyed the session. Yeah, you might not have known you were killing a cricket who was in love, but you still killed a cricket who was in love. So, all right. Anyway, Lion, last but certainly not least, King, please give us your pros and cons.
No cons. Pros, I love Lion, absolutely, because he got separated from these guys for in like the first 2 minutes and proceeded to just vibe his way through the Feywild. And speaking of which, if these guys got negative karma points, does that mean I get at least one positive karma point for taking a non-violent path?
Yes. Take a positive karma. Actually, take two. Take a positive karma point for helping the wisps, and take a positive karma point for charming the snakes instead of killing them.
It was.
Wait, do we get anything positive for not attacking the bunnies or the frogs?
The rabbits. I will give you a positive karma point for finding a non-violent solution out of the rabbits. Yes. The frogs, Kareem lied to get away from. So while you didn't fight them, you did still lie to them. And there is a rule in the Feywild about lies.
My cricket with them.
Oh yes, you did give them the cricket leg. I'll give you a good karma point for that. That is fair. Kareem though, gotta watch those lies.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, you get it.
Well, my whole race is based on lying. The whole race survives by.
I'm not gonna give you a bad karma point for lying, but I'm not gonna give you a good karma point for lying.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're not in your original form as a changeling minus karma. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
that would be fun. Yeah. And like also any rogue or stealth class who wants to be stealthy and lie, that would fuck them. So I'm not gonna give you good karma points, but I will give you bad karma points for lying.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
I do also love the fact that
Creatures of the Feywild constantly lying.
I don't know.
No, they're telling parts of the truth, which was technically what he did. He did.
I don't know.
He told
Anyway,
magic. He did say it was a curse, but depending on how you look at it.
Often, I did absolutely love the fact that even though Lion was vibing through the Feywild, anytime something tried to grab him, he was just like, "No, we're not doing that." Also, the face stealer moment of him just being like, "I'm not messing with you because I don't need to." Excuse me. Was great, but that's all.
Now, see, the reason I was rolling so many d8s today is because they were all random encounters.
Ah,
Yep.
That's the payoff for you, baby.
Yep. Yeah, constantly there is random encounters all the time. And yeah, you guys can all get boons by going to the wells.
The fact that you can only get one kind of sucks, though.
Yep, it's so you can't abuse it and get a bunch, because there's actually more wells than there's supposed to be. Like, there's 5 wells. 6, actually. 7.
Oh, what? Speaking of which, I don't want to keep you. I know you said you got go probably in like 5 minutes, maybe less.
So thank you all so much.
I wasn't trying to abuse it, but it was just like, he don't know if he'll see these guys again, so he's gonna ask for whatever help he can.
Oh yeah, which is why I that's why I did the whole thing where like they said yes and everything. It's not like they just say no. They tried. It's just you can't. Yeah, it's just sadly they can't.
Okay. Session.
All right. With that being the case, I'm so glad you all enjoyed today's session, and I will see you all next Friday. I will see
Remember to disconnect the bot.
Oh.
Yep, I will see you, King, tomorrow, and I will see Twisted and Kareem. I'll see you guys. Actually, I'll see. I forgot.
Yep.
Yeah, King's in all 4 of my campaigns now.
Yep. I'm in the walls. I'm in the walls.
I'll see y'all later. Peace.
Peace.
Okay. That he didn't even do that.